Sauce up, cause I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bossing up, cause I ain't got nothing to prove. Sauce up, cause I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bossing up, cause I ain't got nothing to prove. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, bitch, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, bitch, I ain't got nothing to prove.
I put this shit on every day like it was Easter. I put that shit on. Got these bows right in this bitch like it was Christmas. Merry Christmas. Can't fuck with nigga, be talking to them pillars. They really bitch. Make me load the banana clip and go gorilla, yeah. I get shit chiller when I'm feeling like P. Miller. I done been broke, I remember them cold Decembers. I came up to catch a plays in a run. I really did it. I'm certified, you can check my credentials. I really am. Ask about me, they gon' say that boy get dope. I hit that bitch when the bank closed. Made 100 bonds soon as I had came home. You can't name a hood that I can't go to.
Sauce up, cause I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bossing up, cause I ain't got nothing to prove. Sauce up, cause I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bossing up, cause I ain't got nothing to prove. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, bitch, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, I'm bossing. I'm saucing, bitch, I ain't got nothing to prove.
I put this shit on every day like it was Easter. I put that shit on. Got these bows right in this bitch like it was Christmas. Merry Christmas. Can't fuck with nigga, be talking to them pillars. They really bitch. Make me load the banana clip and go gorilla, yeah. I get shit chiller when I'm feeling like P. Miller. I done been broke, I remember them cold Decembers. I came up to catch a plays in a run. I really did it. I'm certified, you can check my credentials. I really am. Ask about me, they gon' say that boy get dope. I hit that bitch when the bank closed. Made 100 bonds soon as I had came home. You can't name a hood that I can't go to.
Sauce up, cause I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bossing up, cause I ain't got nothing to prove.
We're driving back from a recording session with the
down their case, and that motion was made. There was also a motion to renew the earlier mistrial and a motion to renew the earlier motions for suppression, just for the record. And then with that, this morning at 9 o'clock, we should be starting with, or shortly after 9, the defense case. So that's what we're expecting at this moment in time.
Well, let me ask you a little bit more about both the motion for mistrial, which was prior, and the motion for acquittal, which is made ordinarily by every defense attorney at the end of the case. Was there anything, though, that stood out to you as an attorney that said the judge should be thinking about it? Because he didn't rule immediately on it, did he?
No, he didn't. He waited to determine whether or not he was going to grant that motion for a mistrial. And usually judges, they take their time, but it's something that they're not going to do. It's a really big move unless there has been extreme prejudice to the case and the judge decided not here, not extreme prejudice. There was no evidence that was let in that they could not cure with some curative instructions. And of course, at the end of the trial, we are going to have jury instructions. I think Judge Murphy made the right decision as far as that was concerned. And as far as the motion for an acquittal, making that decision without taking it to the jury is a big step, Linda, as you know. So the judge believes there's enough evidence here, and there is plenty of evidence. This is one of those cases where it's not yet very clear, and the jury is going to have to determine those facts that are not yet clear. So my understanding is that the judge, and I'm guessing here, but I'm certain that the judge is going to let the case move forward because he hasn't made any decision to say, okay, you win. He took it under advisement and the case is moving forward. So the defense is going to start this morning. I'm expecting that they're going to have Brendan Collins, unless there's some problem with getting him here. He's that FBI expert. He's the cast analysis. He's looking at cell phone data. So he's going to come in. And I think what the defense wants to try to do is to say, you can't pinpoint this on his phone, Melly's phone, or him at the time of the incident. It's just not accurate enough. That's what I'm assuming they're going to say. So we'll have to see exactly what it is they want from this witness.
Did you get any hint from the defense that they're going to call other witnesses, such as other experts, their own forensic pathologist, their own accident reconstruction person, or any civilian witnesses?
They did mention that they were going to call civilian witnesses. They have a long list of witnesses, including some family members. I think if they put someone from one of those two cars, the Jeep and the red Mitsubishi, that would be something that I think the jury would really pay close attention to. We know on the prosecution's case, they called Trevion Glass, who essentially did not remember a lot of information, and he didn't add too much except to say that Melly had a change of clothing. So I'm not sure if we can get any other quote unquote civilians from those cars. Other civilians might include the family members. I did get the impression, Linda, that they were going to call someone who is a crime scene reconstructionist. They haven't mentioned that lately, so maybe that is off the table. I think that's important for their case. They're not going to dispute the medical evidence, but I did think that they may dispute that reconstruction and say, look, these might have been the fatal shots. These might have been the shots that were across the back seat, if you remember seeing those bullets that were lined up. But all of those shots could have come from the outside. That's what I think they need. And I have not seen that yet. They haven't talked about it lately. We'll see if they decide to do that.
All right, Terry Austin, as usual, a lot happening in that courtroom, a lot happening yesterday, and a lot more is going to happen as the defense apparently, even though they don't have to, is putting on a case. So, Terry, I know you have to get ready to go back into that courtroom, and we'll see you later on in the day. Thank you so very much.
Y'all just waking up, or y'all been up? Don't cap either. Who brushed your teeth and who got coffee?
Thanks so much, Linda.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll recap what happened in the Melly trial and other trials. We have so much to do here at the Law and Crime Network, so I know you're going to stay with us.
Man, I'm ready to see what they got for today, man. Because today supposed to be big and it's supposed to be short. It's supposed to be over at 12 o'clock, they said. By lunchtime, the court today should be over. So that's telling us right now, hey, motherfuckers ain't fighting for today, man. They put on a good one yesterday, though. No cap. They most definitely put on a good one yesterday. We're gonna see how this go. Let me rewind it back to when she first started talking. Just see what she was saying, get a little insight. For the people that are just coming in.
Good morning and welcome to the Law and Crime Trial Network. I'm Linda Kenny Bodden and I'm in for Jesse Weber this morning. I'm so glad, though, that you are here with us because there is so much, and I mean so much to catch up upon. To speed up your information this morning, there are two verdicts to the state resting in the YNW double murder trial. As you know, Mr. Jamel Demons has been charged with a double homicide. But we're going to start with that a little bit later because we have our boots on the ground waiting to give us an update, of course. And this is from the trial against the 24-year-old Jamel Demons, who faces the death penalty in the shooting of deaths of his two best friends in 2018. That would be Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas Jr., the Murder on My Mind rapper, and his co-defendant Cortland Henry were driving back from a recording session with the victims on the day in question when they claimed they were caught up in a drive-by shooting. However, authorities claim that their evidence suggests that the shooting actually came from inside the car, leaving Demons and Henry as the culprits of the crime. And of course, with that, let's welcome our very own Terry Austin. Good morning, Terry. You're in Broward County, Florida.
Hey, I just got a question, though. Yesterday, it's a lot of mixed emotions with what went down with that text message. And for the people that don't know, yesterday, you know, at the beginning of the trial, they let us know, well, Melly admitted to the shooting, right? But they never showed the proof. So yesterday, they showed the actual text message. It said, I did that, spelled that, T-H-A-T. But the defense is saying, nah, Melly spelled it D-A-T. And they show a lot of text messages where Melly spelled it D-A-T. And then the prosecution also showed a couple of messages where he spelled it T-H-A-T, or we don't know if that was him, but it was text messages spelled like that. So do y'all feel like that made a big difference? For the defense to say, nah, my client don't spell it like that. He spell it D-A-T. Do y'all think the defense put up a good fight with that text message of saying, because basically they saying that's not Melly who wrote that, because Melly don't spell that way. He spelled it D-A-T. So do y'all think the jury is gonna fall for that right there? Iceberg say the murder on my mind rapper is crazy. Hey, one thing about it, her right here, the white lady, she been most definitely like you know what I'm saying, a little biased. Both of them been biased, I must say, and they make it even and they level out, because she more on the end of Melly going to jail, and she more on the end at Melly innocent. So I love to see it. I love to see it coming from the same network. You got one that feel like, you know, he guilty, and without her saying it, but you could tell. You hear what she said, the murder on my mind rapper. And then her right here, she be going to bat for him. She be, oh, it ain't no evidence. That right, that don't mean nothing. Like, she be riding, sus be riding. You feel me? But Karen like the rest of y'all feel. That motherfucker going down, you hear me? But sus be riding though. I ain't gonna need cap. Cat, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Y'all think Track sent that? He gave a good example yesterday with the bank. Should be a good defense. Facts. Because if it was a fraud case and somebody wrote a check, like Trop saying, I made the example yesterday. If this was a fraud case and somebody wrote a check, and I always spell my D's with a cursive D, and for that check, it don't have a cursive D, it's a regular D, right? The handwriting expert, they're gonna say, well, this guy always spelt his D's with a cursive D. This D right here on the signature is not a cursive D, so he didn't do that. So if this was a fraud case that boiled down to a check of handwriting and spelling, he would be innocent. They would not hold that text against him. But I get it, it's a murder case, but I think that was a good, you know, argument. Says good contrast. Yeah. Because she most definitely riding on with Melly. And she most definitely against him. Let's get back to it, man. Okay. Hold on. We got action. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. We got action. I'm doing this for y'all. Y'all know only, doing this for y'all, gang. Yeah, that was.
There is a sufficient mitigating circumstance or circumstances to warrant that a sentence of life imprisonment without parole rather than a death sentence be imposed. Answer, yes. Signed by the fourth person of this jury.
Well, welcome back to Law and Crime. After approximately 9 hours of deliberations, a Texas jury recommended a life sentence for Ronald Burgos Aviles. This late night verdict was followed by Judge Lopez's sentencing the defendant to life in prison with the state of New Jersey, former president of the state bar, right now, and former prosecutor.
Well, Linda, when you look at this, it's in a surprise in Texas. Juries
talk to you about this. This was a true violation of justice. Not only did he kill his child, not only did he kill the child.
So
this was waiting on right here.
Verify is what's going on now. My understanding from yesterday is that you have two witnesses this morning, and relatively short that's still on track for that.
I believe so.
And
I don't know how long the process is.
Understood.
Yes, sir.
And the state indicates they may have one rebuttal, correct?
Potentially, yes, sir.
All right. So, and everybody will be ready this morning. So, how we handling Wednesday?
They got one rebuttal, goddamn it, so it shouldn't be too much. going on.
This other scheduling conflicts, they're pushing us back to the last week of August and then into September. So I indicated maybe a conflict with this case for the second phase, but he was hoping that he could finish the 32nd phase at that point.
So let me ask you this. So going forward tomorrow, what's the time frame of your requirement? The whole morning?
The morning until we get 60 potential jurors that are available for those weeks.
So when we talked yesterday, he was off the record informal about what was going on with the schedule. My understanding was both sides wanted to have it where the closings all one day, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so then if we're not in session Wednesday, all right, we just won't be in session on Wednesday, and we'll come back to all the closings Thursday, and that's enough time to get both sides done, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then, so Tom, that's why Tom's here, he just wanted to verify the schedule, so he has to get the jurors for sequestration on, prepared for that Thursday night. All right?
Court is going to, before you let them go today, advise them that Thursday.
I'm gonna let them know
Yeah,
what the
like what,
schedule
man?
is, but Gary goes over and Tom maybe as well, go meet with the jury, just tell them what to bring, and go explain all that.
There's one issue we need to discuss before we start. The state introduced a video of our client, a portion of the video of our client that we did the afternoon of October 26th. I don't know what exhibit. No, it was 4 days before. Oh, 4 days before, I'm sorry. I don't know the exhibit number. They played just a portion of it. The court said to get rid of the portions with the guns found. And they played a portion of it. We, in fact, gave the, since it's in evidence, we gave a copy of the edited total videos, excluding the guns pursuant to the orders of the court, and would like to play that entire video from start to finish with the edited portions dealing with the guns out. And I know the state has reviewed that to confirm that the guns were edited out.
So it's clear, the state is objecting to the full rest of it coming in. It's just basically a promotional video for the defendant's mother and grandmother. There's statements by them that are in there that would not be admissible. All the statements of the defendant are self-serving and intended to elicit sympathy as to his upbringing or anything of that nature. He admits to committing an arson of a forest in it. They left that in. So, Your Honor, it's completely self-serving. And for the purposes of sympathy, there's nothing on the issues in this case. It was introduced to the limited portions of the state to show that the defendant had put out a statement indicating he was a victim of a drive-by and placing himself based on that documentary, which was released in December of 2018, that he was a victim of a drive-by shooting.
Is that correct, Mr. Edson?
Mr. Howard would be.
Sure. Is that correct?
As to what the state's purpose for putting it in was?
No, as to what's contained in the rest of the video.
Oh, well, it's a documentary. Now, if there is a portion concerning arson of forests, we would take that out as well, because we wouldn't want that in there. I didn't notice that to exist. But essentially, it's a documentary that the state introduced in order to demonstrate that Mr. Demons claimed it was a drive-by. It was a promotional documentary that was put out by his label, not by him. So it shouldn't have been introduced for that purpose, because it's misleading as to attributing the statement at the end of the documentary to Mr. Demons. But beyond that, we think for sake of completeness, what the state did was edited portions that they wanted to put in, and we're asking to put the rest in, absent any improperly prejudicial portions. And we'll take a look at it again to the extent that there's any reference to a forest arson. I missed that entirely, but we would be taking that out as well.
How long is the video?
I think the total was a 12-minute documentary. The state put in about 2.5 minutes of it, and with the edited portions, it's probably around 8 minutes or so.
Well, this, you have it here so they can play it.
It's here. They haven't played it. They've seen it.
All right, so why don't you play it for me?
Sure.
Hey, y'all get them likes up, man. Hit that like button.
But yeah, we would certainly be removing any arson admissions that we overlooked.
I am your favorite. I don't care who the fuck you like. I'm your favorite.
From evidence that doesn't even provide the necessary foundation for such conclusions to be drawn. This indicates that the nature of Mr. Demons' relationship with the decedents 4 days prior to these to their death. And so we believe it's also relevant to counteract the government's notion, the state's notion that there was some hostility between them. This is a more accurate representation. This is reality. And it actually shows the affection between Mr. Demons and particularly Christopher Thomas in this video. And we think for the sake of completeness, it should come in. Also, that it is also clear that it is something that was produced by somebody other than him. And to the extent that the state is introducing it to try and suggest that he claimed that it was a drive-by shooting, if the rest of the video doesn't come in for context and completeness, that which the state has admitted for an improper purpose and a misleading purpose should be stricken.
Thank you.
Stand on the previous argument that it's for the purposes of sentencing, self-serving, has no bearing on what this case is about. All statements of the mother.
And to the extent that the state is introducing it to try and suggest that he claimed that it was a drive-by shooting, if the rest of the video doesn't come in for context and completeness, that which the state has admitted for an improper purpose and a misleading purpose should be stricken.
Thank you.
Stand on the previous argument that it's.
Man, what's wrong with my boy? Hey, is my boy bike fucked up, man? Who done did something to the lawyer, man? Is it his feet or his bike? My boy walking like his motherfucker bike fucked up, man. Let's see, man. Y'all hit that cash out, man. Try to go ahead and send my boy some money, man. Get his bike fixed, man. Link at the top of the comment section, man. Let me check on my boy. Let me see my boy one more time, man. My boy, he got bad feet or his bike hurting. Make sure ain't nobody threatening him or nothing. He said maybe his bike. Look how my boy walking. Hey, my boy had a long night last night, man. My boy had a long night last night.
The mother, the grandmother, and all of those issues.
Thank you. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
I sustain the objection. All right, so you can have the whole thing marked up.
Yes, we'll mark it.
Thank you. So, you have your witness here?
We give you the court ruled on the judgment of acquittal.
It's not ruling out. Okay. All right. I'll bring you the jury.
I want my boy sat down now.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Hey, y'all hit that like button, man. And I got memberships too. Join your memberships. I think they like 99 cents. Join the membership, gang. A lot of my lives gonna start going on membership. He look like he feel a little better. What the fuck going on? So it'd be fair to say that you weren't. Yeah, I been had membership, but I had to make a cheaper one because a lot of people were saying that they couldn't afford the other one, so I had to make a cheaper one. Man, what the fuck wrong with Law and Order, man? So Law and Order Live got cut off, they gone? I mean, Law and Crime? That's a lot of bullshit going on today, man. There's a lot of bullshit going on today, you hear me? Okay, hold on. Salute, gang. Man, what the fuck Law and Order doing?
Yes.
Law and Crime, I keep saying Law and Order.
You know, I'm sorry. Board. B-O-R-D. You know, Jamel? Yes. You see him in the courtroom today? Yes. Would you point him out for us? This young man right here? Yes. You know him by another name? Just remain standing.
Now, I don't know what the hell happened, but Law and Crime, they live cut off. And then it's like they started a whole nother live. I don't know what's going on, man. But this right here is they other live. This right here is another witness.
Standing for a bit, raise your right hand, be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Please state your full legal name for the record.
Adrian Shaw,
Please spell your first and last name for the court.
A-D-R-I-A-N-D-A-V-I-S.
Thank you, sir.
Please have a seat. Davis, that microphone in front of you will adjust up or down, but does not move back and forth. Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Good morning. How old are you?
24.
Have you ever been?
Salute the Trap, man, for the super chat. I ain't gonna lie, Trap. God damn, boy, you been supporting the motherfucker lately like a mother, you hear me? Keep doing your thing, goddamn. Whatever you doing, goddamn, keep doing it, baby boy.
Been convicted of a crime?
Objection,
No.
Your Honor, improper bolster.
Thank you. I need to know an answer. Come side door.
Yeah, they tweet that because Law and Crime stopped they live and then just booted up a whole nother live. Today just been oh man. I hope the day get better for everybody.
Do you have a nickname?
Yes.
What is it?
AD.
Okay. First of all, take your hand away from you.
At AD, y'all.
Okay. I need you to speak into the mic. Do you know someone by the name of Anthony Williams?
Yes.
You know what his name?
Hey, real quick. Do y'all think AD finna get up here and tell some information on Melly, man? Do y'all think he finna get up here and snitch? Do AD look like the type to snitch? Y'all let me know, man. Get in the comments, man. Let me know, man. Is AD finna tell some shit that gonna get that boy? Yeah.
His nicknames. Set. Do you know someone by the name of Christopher Thomas?
Yes.
Do you know what his name is?
Julie.
Do you know a person by the name of Cortland Henry?
Yes.
And you know his nickname?
Yes.
What is it? You know, I'm sorry.
Board.
Bort. B-O-R-T. Do you know Jamel?
Yes.
Do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you point him out for us?
Okay.
This young man right here?
Yes.
You know him by another name?
Melly.
Do you know someone by the name of Trevon Glass?
Yes.
Do you know his nickname?
Fetty.
Do you know someone by the name of Jacoby Mills?
Yes.
And do you know his nickname?
Kobe.
And how about, do you know someone by the name of Dontavius Withers?
Yes.
And you know his nickname?
Tate.
Let's start off with the first individual I named, Anthony Williams, also known as Seth. How did you meet him?
9th, 10th grade school.
How about Christopher Thomas? How did
Same.
you meet him?
During school.
Okay, so he know everybody. You feel me? He know the whole clique. And I'm talking about 9th grade. They go way back. Now let's see whose side he's on at this point in time, because he know everybody. He knows Sad Juvie, Melly, everybody. So let's see whose side he on.
Portland or Cortland Henry?
I'm in elementary.
How about Melly?
6th grade.
Okay, he knew Cortland, which is Portland, in elementary. So he knew Cortland first before Melly. So let's see, do he pick Cortland side or Melly?
Trevon Glass.
Probably during school, 9th to 10th grade.
And his nickname was?
Fetty.
Jacoby Mills.
Since elementary.
Okay. And finally, Dontavius Withers.
Down here, Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. So you went to school with Williams, Thomas, Henry, Melly, Glass, and Mills. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Everybody's talking. I'm moving. At any time during school, did any of you have any problems with each other?
No, not at all.
Would you label yourself good friends, associates, close friends, or what?
Good friends, close friends, best friends.
Now, did Melly also have another name besides Melly and Jamel?
Yeah. What's up? We only call them that, those Crazy Legs.
Crazy Legs.
Yeah.
And why was he called Crazy Legs?
That boy be
He
dancing.
like to dance.
I told you.
And that's,
Listen, man, somebody called name. Hey, listen, a motherfucker nickname Crazy Legs, they ain't did nothing, you hear me? Free Melly, man. Melly ain't did nothing, not Crazy Legs.
why he got that nickname.
Yeah.
Was Melly a big kid, normal size kid when you guys were in school?
It's small.
Did there come a time that Melly, and when I'm referring to Melly, I'm referring to this young man, Jamel.
Yes.
Did there come a time that Melly got involved in the music industry?
Yes.
Specifically rap music.
Yeah, back then.
Now, you grew up where?
Vero Beach.
And you still live up in that area?
No, sir.
Where do you live?
West Palm.
And by the way, what do you do for a living?
My granddad owns properties, rental properties and stuff, real estate.
Just say you don't do shit, bro. Anytime somebody asks you what you do for a living and you say, and then you start talking about what your granddaddy own, you don't do shit, bro. Just say you chilling.
So we just cut grass, paint, whatever we need to do, keep the properties up.
I want to draw your attention to the year of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Did there come a time that you came down to Broward County, Miramar, Florida?
Yes.
About when was that?
I don't remember exactly, but I want to say probably like September, July or something.
Okay. And where did you stay?
At Jamel's house.
Who else was living at Jamel's house when you came down in August or September of 2018?
Me, Jacoby, Melly, Sat, Juvie.
Juvie was Christopher Thomas.
Yes, Tay and Cortland.
And was Melly in the rap music business at that time?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Did you all get along together?
Yes.
Were there ever any arguments,
Salute, no
fights amongst you guys?
No.
And is that where you met Dontavius Withers?
Yes.
And does he have a nickname?
Tay.
Who was paying the bills at the house?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Melly was.
Let's go to the day of October 25th, and so you have an idea where I am. This incident that we're here on occurred in the early morning hours of October 26th. Okay? And I'm referring to the shootings of Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas. On October 25th, the morning of, and during the day, what were you doing?
Just chilling at the house, and smoking and drinking.
Okay. Who were you smoking and drinking with?
Jacoby, Tay, everybody who usually be at the house.
Okay. Williams?
Yeah.
Thomas?
Yes.
Portland Henry?
Yes.
Trevon Glass?
Yes.
Dontavius Withers?
Yes.
And were there plans to go to a recording studio that evening?
Yes.
Did you in fact go to the recording studio?
Yes.
And that was after you all were, for lack of a better term, smoking dope, weed,
Yeah.
correct? And having a few drinks?
Yeah.
What was the drink of choice, out of curiosity?
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Yeah.
Okay. Who all went to the studio?
Me, Jacoby, Melly, Sat, Juvie, Cortland, Trayvon, and Tay.
Okay. Did you all go in the same car?
No.
Okay. Going to the studio, approximately what time did you get there?
I don't remember.
Was it during the day or at night?
At night.
Did you go in the same car, or were there two cars?
We took two cars.
What type of cars were they?
A Jeep and a Mitsubishi.
What color was the Mitsubishi?
Red.
Will you tell this jury who got into the red Mitsubishi to go to the studio?
Me, Jacoby, Tay, and Fetty Trayvon.
Okay. And who got into the Jeep to go to the studio?
Melly, Sack, Juvie, and Boyd.
Who drove? Do you know who drove the Mitsubishi to the studio?
Tay.
That would be Contagious Withers?
Yeah.
Do you know who drove the Jeep to the studio?
I think Boyd did.
Okay, that would be
Courtney, yeah.
And what was the purpose of going to the studio?
To make music.
Did anyone fall asleep at the studio?
Yes.
Who?
We all did.
That was from the day of smoking weed and having a few drinks.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Did any arguments occur between any of you at the studio?
Not at all.
Did there come a time that you all left the studio?
Yes.
Did you leave the studio earlier than what was scheduled?
Yeah, I believe so. We were all in their sleep.
Will you tell the jury who got into the red Mitsubishi?
Me, Jacoby, Trayvon, and Tate, Dontravius.
Okay. You know who got into the Jeep?
Cortland, Jamel, Sack, and Julie.
Okay. Where were you going?
Home.
Did anyone fall asleep in your car?
Yeah, we about all did except for the driver.
Did there come a time that you were woken up before you got to the house?
Yes.
What happened?
We pulled over, and that's when Melly got in the car with us.
You know where you pulled over?
I don't really remember.
Hold on.
Were you woken up?
Hold on.
Yeah, but
Why?
Hold on. Mickey, we got breaking news. So Fredo Bang didn't pick up Melly, huh? He said they was driving, pulled over, and Melly got in the car with them. He say he was in the red car. They was driving. They pulled over and Melly got in the car with them. Hey. Hold on now. I told you. Hey, I told you, goddammit, this right here was finna be the showdown. You hear me? They biting, scratching, punching, and some more shit. Damn it, man. Fredo Bang ain't pick up Melly. Melly got in the red car. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Make It Truth, man.
why? Because I was getting pushed over a little bit.
Okay. And are you 100% sure that this young man got into the red Mitsubishi?
Yes.
What happened to the Jeep?
I think they just kept going.
Where'd you go? Did he have to unlock the door?
Yes.
Do you know who has the keys to Melly's house on October 26th in the early morning hours?
Jamel and Borton. They the only one who had keys to the house.
Did you have a key to the house?
No.
Did Williams have a key to the house?
No.
Did Christopher Thomas have a key to the house?
No.
Did Trevon Glass have a key to the house?
No.
Did Jacoby Mills have a key to the house?
No.
And how about Dontavius Williams? Did he have a key?
No.
Okay, so the only two people you know who had a key to the house was this young man.
Yes.
And Cortland Henry.
Yes.
Did you see this young man unlock the door of the house?
Yes.
Who was the last person to get out of the red Mitsubishi to go inside the house?
Trayvon, he was in the car still asleep.
He was in the car asleep when you got to his house?
Yeah.
Did you see where Melly went?
To his room.
And where was his bedroom?
When you first walked in the house, can't miss it, it's right down the left.
Okay. This is a 1 or 2 story house?
2.
Where did you go? Where did Dontavius Withers go? Where? I'll break it up.
Thank you.
Do you know where Dontavius Withers went?
To his room upstairs.
Do you know where Trevon Glass went?
To the room upstairs.
Do you know where Jacoby Mills went?
He slept by me.
So the 3 of you, the 4 of you went upstairs, correct? And this young man went into his bedroom.
Yes.
Rephrase.
How many people went upstairs to go to sleep?
30.
And you?
Yeah.
That would be
Me, Jacoby, Melly. Well, no, Melly was downstairs in his room. Me, Jacoby, Fetty, and Tay. So 4 of us.
okay. And Melly went to his bedroom?
Yes.
Did there come a time in the early morning hours that you were woken up and heard some distressing news?
Yes.
What did you hear?
That second Julie was shot.
When you heard that, did you see Melly in the house?
Yes.
Did you see Melly how he was dressed in the house?
Yes.
What was he wearing?
Shorts and a t-shirt, I think.
Okay.
So Melly was in the house sleep when they got the news that Butler and them was shot. Melly wasn't even in the car, gang. This is a game changer right here, if the jury believe it. Melly wasn't in there. He got out and got in the red car. Some of y'all gonna say this cap.
Upon hearing that Sack and Juvie, and I really should use the correct names, Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas were shot. What did you guys do?
We were already dressed and stuff, so we just left with Fredo's house.
Was anybody upset or crying?
Yeah, we all were crying.
Was this young man crying?
Yes.
Are you sure of that?
Positive.
And where'd you go?
Fredo's house.
That would be Fredo Bang?
Yeah.
You know Fredo Bang's real name? Frederick Gibbons, by any chance?
Yeah, I think I've seen
it. They went to Fredo Bang house after they left Melly house. See, the prosecution was trying to paint the picture that Melly was in the car when they got shot, and he called Fredo Bang, and Fredo Bang, and everybody met up at Fredo house. No, Melly got out the car with them because they was going somewhere else and jumped in the car, in the red car, and they went to Melly house and went to sleep. And then they get the call. Portland and Sack them just got shot. They get up and go to Fredo Bang house. They had it all wrong from the beginning. Melly might be coming home, y'all.
Did there come a time after you got to the house of Fredo Bang that Cortland Henry showed up?
Yes.
Did Cortland Henry tell you what happened?
Yeah, he said it was a drive-by.
When Cortland Henry...
Hey, hold on. Now, whose side y'all on? God damn. First, Trap was congratulating the man. Now, Trap talking about the man that's lying. hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on? Whose side is y'all on, man? Hey, how Trap gonna say free Melly, but he talking about the motherfucker that's helping him is lying? Hold on, man. Y'all, hey, man, y'all ain't finna do this, man. I don't listen. That man do not look like the motherfucker that would lie. Look at his nose. They said, look, listen, nigga with this kind of nose, he don't do no lying.
We arrived at Fredo Bang's house. Was Melly there?
Yes.
Did you eventually leave that house?
Yes.
Approximately what time did you leave that house?
I really don't remember.
Where'd you go?
Back to Jamel's house.
Who went with you?
Me, Trayvon, Jacoby, and Fetty.
By the way, when you first learned that Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas were shot at the house with Melly, did anyone get on their phone?
Yeah.
Did anyone have any problem locating their phone?
Yes.
Who was that?
Jamel.
Here you go. Here you go. Melly had a problem locating his phone. Melly lost his phone because Melly got out the car from which sacked them and jumped in the red car and left his phone in the car. So after they found out Bortland and them got shot and they go to Fredo Bang house, Melly realized he don't have his phone. Melly was never in the car when they was killed. His phone was. This guy right here is Melly Freedom. This guy is Melly Freedom. He making it make sense. We cannot sit here and let a man get the death penalty. That's innocent.
You, when I backed up for a minute, you were telling the jury that you went back to Melly's house.
Mm-hmm.
You got an answer, yes or no? She
yes.
She can't say it down. How'd you get in?
The door was unlocked.
Were you aware whether or not Melly had a contractual agreement to do a video shoot that day?
Yeah, it was something like that. I know he probably would have lost a lot of money if he didn't go to the music video. He was upset.
Was Melly crying at Frito Bank House?
Yes.
Were you crying?
Yes.
Because you all grew up together.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Come on, man. Y'all know Melly did not kill his friends. He knew them too long. He's not a monster. You have to be a different type of person to think someone can do that. You have to be a different type of person to be able to kill two of your best friends. This guy's making it all make sense. I think Melly is innocent.
Now, did you in fact tell this what happened on October 25th and 26th to this particular prosecutor?
Yes.
Were any of us, any of the lawyers present?
Objection, relevance.
Same.
Did you tell the prosecutor when you spoke to the prosecutor, were you under oath?
Yes.
Sworn to tell the truth?
Yes.
Objection, proper bolstering.
Same.
Are you 100% sure
Objection has been answered.
that Melly got into the red Mitsubishi to go home?
Yes.
Are you 100% sure that this young man learned of the shooting of his friends at the exact same time you learned of it?
Yes.
And that was at the house?
Yes.
Are you 100% sure that when people were getting on the phone, that this young man was looking for his phone to call people?
Yes.
May I have one moment, please?
Yes.
Salute, Miss Marcella. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Speak With Your Girl, Marcella. You don't want to miss out on the jewels and the gems. Hey, man, this guy right here is Melly Freedom. He say Melly got, for the people that just tuned in, this guy say Melly, yes, Melly jumped in the Jeep. He say, but when they got down the road, Melly got in the red car with him. He say, and then they went to Melly house and went to sleep. Then they got the call that Bortland them was shot and killed. He say, then they went to Fredo Bang house, and that's when Melly realized he left his phone in the Jeep. So Melly was never in the Jeep, according to him. And this man do not look like a liar. Or is he?
I have no further questions.
Counsel, is there any cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're ready to make proceed?
Thank you. Mr. Davis, you said you're 100% sure that Mr. Dennis found out at the same time you did?
Yes.
No questions about that? You're sure he was at that house?
Yes.
And You were upstairs?
Yes, ma'am.
He was downstairs?
Yes.
But you're sure he was there, you could see him?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And you are 100% sure his phone was missing?
Yes.
Where in this statement on May 5th did you ever say that?
Objection. It was never asked.
Thank you. Counsel, so I guess the objection is improper impeachment, so rephrase your question.
So, you met with me on May 5th, 2022, you remember that?
Yes.
And you remember sitting down, you were present? That's a yes?
Yes.
Your two attorneys were present that you brought? That's a yes?
Yes.
And I asked you questions for quite a number of hours. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember being asked if you had met with anyone else with regards to this case?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember being asked if you had met prior to speaking with me with the attorney sitting over to my left?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know who they were, and my lawyers told you that.
Okay.
I didn't know their names.
But you remember meeting with them?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Don't slip up now, bro.
And do you remember
Don't slip up now, bro.
and being asked a question about what you talked about with them?
Yes.
Did you remember what you told them?
No.
Do you remember what you told them now?
Yes.
So are you telling this jury that when you were speaking with me, you forgot?
As in, what I'm telling them now, as of right now, yes.
So on the phone on that, do you remember if Mr. Devins had a passcode on his cell phone back then?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? And in terms of, would you be surprised to find that there was one on that cell phone?
No.
Did you know the passcode?
I don't think so. I don't even remember if he had one. We all use this phone sometimes. We all use each other's phones.
So you would use his cell phone?
They all use each other phones. So maybe Melly didn't text that I did it. Shh. It could have been either one of them. He said he don't even remember Melly having a passcode on his phone. This is a good witness right here. This is Melly freedom. Hey, Track, you need to sign this dude just to put some money in his pocket. And another thing, Track said Melly had, well, the court said Melly had 16 million in his account. Track posted yesterday, the manager, and said he had 16 million in his account. They donated 15 million and kept a million. Hey, man, Track, stop the bullshit, man. Y'all ain't, how you gonna donate $15 million of this man motherfucking money and keep $1 million, man? You're lying like a motherfucker, man. Y'all, hey, if anything, y'all supposed to give the money to him because he doing a good job right now. Keep it up, black man.
Why?
Talk to females.
Do you pretend to be him to get women? Because you couldn't get them on your own?
Objection.
Why would you use this on
Let me rule before you ask the next question, all right? It's overruled. Go ahead, answer your question. Go ahead, ask the next question.
So, with regards to your living situation there, you were not paying any rent, right?
Oh, no.
And nobody was paying any rent in that house except for the defendant.
Yeah, sure.
So, do you remember that evening driving to the studio?
Yes.
Do you remember who was in which car?
On the way there, yes.
Do you remember who was on each car on the way back?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any threats that were made to anyone that night?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone have any other conversations or discussions about threats from outside parties?
No, ma'am.
Was anyone worried about their safety?
No, ma'am. But Melly's a rapper, you know, he's always gonna be a target.
I'm sorry.
I said he's a rapper, so he's always gonna be a target.
Okay. And do you remember stopping on the side of the road?
Yes.
Where did you stop?
I don't remember. It's like flashes and blinks, drinking and smoking. So I just know we stopped.
You know you stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you remember if that was on a highway?
Not at all.
Okay. Do you remember if it was on a divided 4-lane road?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember if you guys were using GPS to get home?
No, ma'am.
And do you remember if you knew the route home?
No.
Do you remember what phone number you had back then?
No, ma'am.
You don't remember your phone number?
5 years ago. So.
Do you remember if you were awake or asleep?
Just told you. We were asleep.
You were asleep.
Yeah.
And you said you were intoxicated?
You did throw up.
Yes.
Do you know why the car stopped?
No.
Do you have any conversations or messages with the defendant?
No, ma'am.
Did you have a phone call with the defendant?
No, ma'am.
When you stopped, was the gray Jeep in front of the red Mitsubishi?
Yeah, I believe so.
Have you ever answered that question differently?
I don't think so.
If I were to show you your statement from May 5th, 2022, would that help you in answering if you'd ever said something different than what you just testified in court?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Come on, big dog. Hold it together now. Remember your lines now. Because y'all say he lying, right? So he got to remember these motherfucking lies. Because he's Melly Freedom right now. Hold it together, big dog. Do not drop the ball. You came out swinging. You came out swinging. TKO. You hear me? Hold it together, big dog. Don't fold. Remember what you said.
Just read silently to yourself.
One line?
Lines 18 through 20.
Yeah. I basically told you.
Okay, so now your answer is I don't remember if the Jeep was in front or the Mitsubishi was in front.
If you watched the video, they put off first, so I don't know if it was in front of us.
Oh, so you watched the video.
You showed it to me.
In terms of the trial, have you been watching that online?
No, ma'am.
In terms of when you got home, you mentioned that you said Mr. Demons went to his room.
Yes.
Have you ever answered that question differently?
No.
Okay.
Come on, man. Hold on. Hold on, man. Come on, man. God damn.
You say, I don't know where he went. I assume his room.
I don't know.
You don't. But you made your statement, help refresh your recollection on that.
Come on, big dog.
Okay, page 34.
Come on, big dog. Don't let her shred your damn statement. You was like, come on, big dog. So you mean to tell me you got on the stand today, this morning, and told us some good shit, but motherfucking in 2022, you told some totally different? Come on, big dog. Now, even if you say you got to know how to come back with this, man. Don't let her tear you down on that stand because you got up there strong. Don't let her do this to you.
Lines 12 and 13, counsel.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you previously give a different statement that you didn't know where he went and you were assuming he went to his room?
Yeah.
So with regards to the car, you're saying.
Okay, so he said in the statement he gave in 2022, he said, I really don't know, but I think he went to the room. Today, he said he went to the room. So is that too far off? Because like, if I was, he's nervous. You know what I'm saying? If that was me, but you said you think, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I kind of knew he went. I knew he went in the room, like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to say because I didn't know will I hurt his situation or not? Because at the same time, shit, he could have went in his room. Y'all could have been saying y'all found something in the room. So I was scared to tell y'all that he went in the room. But now that I know y'all ain't finding in the room, shit, he was in that motherfucker. You hear me? You hear me?
You're saying that you got pushed over when somebody got in the car? And with regards to being pushed over, did you wake up when that happened?
Like it was flashes. Like yeah, I guess you could say I woke up.
Okay. And did they move you over or climb over you?
I don't remember.
Have you ever made a statement different than that?
Come on, man.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay. Again, page 33.
Come on,
Question
man.
was asked, did they climb over to get you to the middle, over you to get to the middle of the back seat? Your answer was, I think I was at the window, so no, I think they might have climbed over.
Okay.
So is it your testimony that somebody climbed over you or you pushed over?
I mean.
Or that you don't remember?
Yeah, I don't really remember.
You don't really remember?
Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of.
So all this shit he said when he first got on the stand, it was glass. He remember. It was on point. But when she get her big head ass up here, he don't remember now. Because it's not matching what he said. Come on, man. See, and that's the thing about a lie. When you lie, you gotta remember the lie. Because if you don't, you just gonna keep telling new lies. Damn it, man. I thought we had action. Hey, do y'all think his man, never mind. Get it together, dog.
The phone, right? Did you see anyone get into that gray Jeep?
No.
You remember going to Frito Bang's house?
Yes.
Okay. And you remember
Part of that 9.
the defendant there? Is that a yes?
Yeah, he was there with us.
And you remember leaving there afterwards?
Salute,
STL. The defendant's house?
Yes.
Okay. And you remember at that point that when you went back to the defendant's house, it was you, Travion Glass or Fetty, and Jacoby Mouse. That's it?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And you said that you were in and out of sleep and intoxicated.
Yes.
And in terms of the, you remember that Travion was the last person to get out of the car?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Do you believe so, or do you remember?
Say you remember.
Yes.
And you know, and you mentioned about Mr. Demons looking for his phone, right?
Yes.
So of course he used your phone to call it and try and find it, right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember how he was trying to find his phone?
Just in the house looking for it, just like you would do if you lost yours.
So he didn't, try and do Find My iPhone or anything like that. Of course he used yours to do that, right?
I don't remember.
Of course he used something like, an Apple iWatch and set it up.
Objection, there's no testimony that he had
I don't remember.
Excuse me.
Okay.
One at a time, you asked the question, objection notice, overruled.
So of course he did all that. He went on Find My iPhone and he's looking for it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember. Okay. And of course he is using everybody else's phone to try and find it.
I don't know.
You don't remember. Okay. But conveniently the phone's missing that morning.
Objection to the form.
Yes.
I sustain the objection.
So with regards to your conversation, you texted back and forth with the defendant prior to this event occurring, right?
Yes.
And he had sent you a picture of his driver's license from that phone number.
Yes.
So you knew.
Mickey, what did you miss? What you didn't miss? Now you know he came in strong. You know he came in strong. This prosecutor, she done got her ass up here and interrogating this man, and he falling apart. He remembered everything when he first got up there. Now he don't remember nothing.
You, Mr. Demons, the defendant Melly, to use that cell phone 772-713-9807.
I don't know what the numbers is.
You have it saved in your phone, right?
Yeah, but I can't just remember that phone number like that.
And use testimony is that he's looking all over the house.
Yeah.
So in terms of the phone, did you see it again that day?
I don't remember.
Hey, I need like 40 people to hit that like button. Hit that like button.
And in terms of the phone traveling up to...
He said the same thing in his deposition. He kind of, it's kind of the same, but the details is a little different. Like when he said earlier today, he said they pushed him over to the window when Melly got in. But in the deposition, he say Melly climbed over him. And then to earlier today, he said Melly went to his room. But in the deposition, he said he don't really remember if Melly went to the room. So he's saying the same shit. It's just, it's a little different. The details is a little off.
The video shoot up in Cocoa. You don't know how the phone got up there.
I don't know.
And you didn't shoot Mr. Williams or Mr. Thomas, right?
No.
But you know who we're talking about, right?
Chris and Anthony.
Yes. And in terms of the messages and things for Mr. Henry, you're aware that his phone was broken at that time, right?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
In terms of Mr. Demons, you know he was dating Mariah Hamilton.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know that Mr. Demons would FaceTime her on a regular basis.
Objection. There's no evidence of that.
I don't know.
So you know, and Mr. Demons would...
Excuse me, use the correct name.
Mr. Demons, my apologies. Mr. Demons would FaceTime and video chat frequently.
Yes, that's what you got it for.
Yeah, he's standing on Melly was there. Melly got in the car with them. Melly was at the crib.
Mr. Davis, you never met with Detective Mark Melly? You never gave a statement?
No, ma'am.
And so the first time that you ever said anything about the phone being missing was today, July 18, 2023?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Nothing further yet.
Few questions.
Is there any regret to ask?
Detective Moretti never even talked to you during this investigation, did he?
No, sir.
And the bottom line is, at the time you learned that Christopher and Anthony were shot, Zach and Juvie were shot, this man was at his house, correct?
Yes, sir.
And did you tell that to the state?
Yes.
And were they the first ones who contacted you about this case?
Yes.
Thank you.
He said it again, goddammit. And don't let him say it no more. Stand firm. When you talk, stand firm, man. He said Melly was home when they got the call. That second Juvie was shot. Now, I'm a little nervous because, goddammit, when he came in firm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Melly got in the car with us. We pulled over. Melly got in the car with us. We went to the crib. Melly went in his room. We all went to sleep. We woke up to phone calls. Second Juvie was shot and killed. We went to Fredo Bang house. When we get to Fredo Bang house, Melly realized he left his phone. He can't find it. He let this motherfucking prosecutor question him. and goddamn it, send them to amnesia world. Stand tall, goddamn it. Yeah, all you had to do was listen, man. What I said is the truth. What I said on that report is the truth. Of course, I'm not gonna remember it word for word. It was 5 years ago. But my story haven't changed. Whether they pushed me over or crawled over me, his ass was in the car with us. That's how he supposed to be. But all that, I don't remember. Come on, man. Biting your nails, sniffing your top lip and shit. That's what make a motherfucker feel like, hold on, man, maybe he tweaking. Because I had 100% faith in you when you first started talking. But then when she started questioning you and shit, now I'm nervous, thinking they finna motherfucking give Melly the motherfucking chair today.
Witness excused?
Yes.
Sir, thank you very much. You may step down. You're excused. Counsel?
We would, at this time,
Ladies and gentlemen, I need a few minutes with the attorneys. Do not discuss the case. Don't form any opinion about the case. Don't allow anyone to discuss the case in your presence. Certainly no research. All right, just leave your notepads on the chairs. Thank you. Thank you. Let the record reflect the jury stepped out, counsel remained along with the defendant. And I guess Mr. Demons, need to talk to you, ask you a few questions. All right? You heard what your attorney said. He said he's rested. No further witnesses. Do you hear that? Yes. All right. Now, I don't know what discussion you had with your attorneys. You've got competent lawyers there. I mean, you've seen them perform here. You've discussed things with them, I assume, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you have a right to testify, and you also have a right not to testify. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if you do testify, I'm going to instruct the jury that they have to consider your testimony as they would any other witness. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't testify, I'm going to instruct the jury that you have a right not to testify, and they can't consider that, hold that against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So my question, I guess, is did you have enough time to talk about this issue about you testifying or not testifying? Did you have enough time to discuss that with your attorneys?
Yes, sir.
Did they answer all your questions?
Yes, sir.
And what is your decision?
I will not be testifying.
You will not be testifying.
No, sir.
Is anyone forcing you or coercing you to make this decision?
No, sir.
Anybody make any promises or on the contrary, make any threats to get you not to testify?
No, sir.
This is your free and voluntary decision?
Yes, sir.
So let me go further. You heard your attorney said he rests, he's not going to call any other witness. That includes you, but no other witnesses. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is there any other witnesses that you wanted your attorneys to call and present to the jury?
No, sir.
Any other evidence that you wanted your attorneys to present to this jury?
No, sir.
You good? You satisfied with their performance?
Yes, sir.
All right. And everything that you wanted the jury to hear and listen to is before the jury. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Let me ask, State, are you going to call any other witnesses?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got tears in my eyes, y'all. I got tears in my eyes. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I got tears in my eyes. This man's life is finna be over but just starting in a minute. What y'all think, man? Do y'all think he should get up there and say something? I feel he shouldn't. But do y'all think the defense did enough to prove he's innocent, to prove reasonable doubt? I'm nervous for him. Because it's like, bruh, you finna be, man, shit. Listen, my neck aching, my eyes, man.
So the state's going to rest as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened with Mr. Brendan Collins? He's not going to be used, I guess?
No,
The
sir.
defense emailed me last night saying that they were not going to be calling him and he could be excused. I forwarded that email to Mr. Collins.
Thank you. So both sides have rested.
That's correct.
And now the pleasure is we can talk about the jury instructions, but what about the closing argument? We're going to do that on Thursday?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'll tell the jury that come back Thursday, that's what the parties agreed to, and tell them to pack a bag, and Tom and Gary, you're going to talk to the jury about that, tell them what they need and what they can anticipate.
Yes, sir.
Right? And about the cars, where there's parked the cars. There's a whole host of things he has to go over with the jury when they come back on Thursday about food and things like, if there's special dietary things that they have to have and such. They have a list they go over with. All right? So, yes, sir, you had hand raised. Something to discuss?
Yeah, as a legal matter, Your Honor, we'd like to, at the close of the defense case, renew our motion for judgment of acquittal, and renew all other motions and objections made. But our argument is the same with respect to the judgment of acquittal, that no reasonable jury could find proof beyond a reasonable doubt based upon the evidence that was presented, and that it invites to give this case to the jury would invite a verdict based upon speculation.
Thank you. They wish we heard.
And at this time, the state would submit that reasonableness could differ. There is plenty of evidence and out in front of Your Honor from which the jury could find, and the jury should find, the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as to both defendants. If Your Honor wants additional information as to each element on that, but the state would submit that the case speaks for itself.
Thank you. As I said, I'll defer ruling on it. So I'm going to bring the jury in and send them home. All right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Bring the jury in, please.
Hey, come on, man. Y'all talk to me, man. Y'all talk to me, man. Is Melly coming home, man?
Judge. Now we're in recess for a minute.
Thank you.
Y'all talk to me, man. This shit is scary. I feel like I'm nervous for I'm nervous for Melly. Cause I know his mind is everywhere. I know his heart is beating 100 miles per hour. The trial is finna be over with. And he finna find out his fate. Mickey said, if the gloves don't fit, you must have quit. They didn't place him at the scene. Y'all think he good? I don't know, man. Because every time I be thinking like, the Tory Lanez shit fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie. Because I just knew Tory was coming home. Let's see, man. Let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what's going on, man.
Yes, we'll mark it. Thank you.
Y'all hit that like button.
We do. The court ruled on the judgment.
It's not ruling out. Okay, all right. I'll bring the jury in.
If you want me to go get the witness.
Thank you.
Wow. So the judge, Bob Hiller, denied the whole tape coming in, where the state argued 2 minutes of it proved that the ending was a sort of a confession when they said there was a drive-by shooting indicating that Melly had to be in the car. Right ruling or wrong ruling, Bob Hiller?
I have a feeling the judge just gave the defense on appeal a gift. There was, in the state's case, a segment of this filming that was used really to advance the state's theory that this killing was motivated by some sort of gang relationship, and that what they excerpted from this suggested that and showed a gang affiliation. Again, I think the defense made all the correct arguments, and the judge's obligation is to make sure that the jury gets the evidence accurately and fairly. And if the state is introducing, and remember, the state introduced it, and the argument that, well, we can't cross-examine, well, you can cross-examine some of the people in the video. You can cross-examine the people who were the producers of that video. You can't cross-examine the defendant, certainly if the defendant doesn't take the stand. But, again, so I'm perplexed at why the court felt that somehow this was injecting an issue into the case that wasn't in the case.
So for the people that don't understand, the state wanted to play the little documentary because at the end it says Melly and his friends was a victim to a drive-by or whatever, right? So they saying by that statement, they're saying that Melly was in the car. They're admitting that Melly was in the car. If you saying that, it was a drive-by, they was a victim. But at the same time, the defense is looking at it like Melly did not put that out. Melly did not say that. His label did. So that's like he say, she say, when it's not coming from the main source. So that's why the judge didn't let them play that in court, because Melly didn't put that out. Melly didn't edit and create the video. The label did. So it's he say, she say. That's like when they be saying on the stand, when they ask, well, did Melly tell you? And they say, objection, Your Honor. He say, she say. Yeah, because now it's he say, she say, because he's finna tell you what Melly said. No, it got to be out of Melly mouth, that from source to source, not from source. So I understand why they didn't let them play the video. And I don't think that, what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Is that like a confession of putting Melly there just because you saying that they was a victim to a drive-by? You know what I'm saying? We got to use Melly name because Melly is he's the product. Melly is the face.
Or that it was somehow going to mislead the jury unfairly from what the state already tried to show with a portion of this.
Yeah, probably the judge thought that with the prosecution, that Melly could show himself in a very, Jamel Demons, that is, in a very good light without having to take the stand. And Bob Hiller says that is a major appealable error should Mr. Demons get convicted.
It said Melly and Juvie and Sackdom was a target of a drive-by. Right. See, so that don't even mean that Melly was in the car. That's just like the witness said today. Melly is a rapper, so he's automatic a target. You know what I'm saying? Melly could have been the target, and they thought Melly was in there and shot the car up. That don't mean Melly was in there because he was the target. So I think they did a good job that you know, they didn't let the prosecution play that video and paint a picture or a narrative. Said the defense case was a half of a day with no witnesses. I'll make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Get convicted. Anyhow, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side, more of the YNW Melly case, defenses in their case. Stay with us.
Yeah, man, Portland. And see, Portland did a bad job, man, because like I told y'all, all the evidence is pointing towards Portland. All the evidence is pointing towards Portland, man. Say end track.
Jury entering.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please be seated. Let the record once again reflect the presence of defendants, his counsel, the assistant state attorneys, and the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. As you've heard, ladies and gentlemen, the state is defense of the rest of their case. The state has no additional evidence or witnesses. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the state is also rested. There's no further evidence in the case. So what I need to do is get the jury instructions done. I need some time to do that with the attorneys, and then they're going to present their closing arguments. There's an issue we've had here that I can't be in session on this case tomorrow morning. So my thought is we're going to do closings all in one day on Thursday. All right. So don't discuss the case. Don't form any opinion about the case. Don't allow anyone to discuss the case in your presence. And certainly no research. Now, when you come back on Thursday, Gary's going to discuss with you the sequestration. He'll talk about different things with you, what you need to pack and everything else. Because typically on that first night, we're going to, you'll be in a hotel. All right. And that's the whole idea of sequestration. We talked about a little bit before Dyer. So Gary's going to talk to you about it. He's going to explain where to park, what issues may come up, things like that, how to get in contact with us, and things like that. You have family members or friends want to get a hold of you. He'll explain all that, how that works. All right. So when you come back Thursday, you're going to bring a bag with you. All right. So and Gary will give you more explanation on that as well. All right. So just remember the admonition we gave you not to discuss the case. Don't form any opinion about the case. Don't allow anyone to discuss the case in your presence. No research, and we'll see you back here Thursday. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a.m. Thursday. Morning.
Hey, why the judge be side-eyeing Melly like that? Every time he get ready, why look how he look at Melly, man. He be side-eyeing like a bid, man. Why judge be side-eyeing Melly like that, man?
As well. All right. So just remember the admonition we gave you not to discuss the case. Don't form any opinion about the case. Don't allow anyone to discuss the case in your presence. No research, and we'll see you back here Thursday. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a.m. Thursday. Morning again. All right, let the record reflect the jury stepped out, counsel remained along with the defendant. Anybody need a restroom break?
Yes.
All right, so how about we see everybody back in about 10 minutes and we'll start with the jury instructions. Yes,
Mayor, I gave counsel and your honor a memorandum of law and case law on the felony murder issue. I did talk about it briefly quite a number of months ago.
I don't remember, but I have your memorandum here. I assume you have it, counsel?
Yes.
All right, thank you. We're recessed.
Hey, man. Don't y'all know if Melly beat this case right here, don't you know he's
some of that information because he had been interviewed after the fact.
If Melly beat this case, Melly is gonna be the biggest rapper right now. 2 p.m. is the time for jury instructions. Talking about Thursday.
By her, and he did not say those exact same things. He couldn't remember whether or not Melly was in his room or where exactly he was. But at the end of the cross-examination, there was a very short redirect, very short recross, and ultimately the state and the defense, they both rested. You told me chronologically, so they rested. Then after that, we did hear the defense renew all of the motions for the acquittal and the suppression of evidence, and even the mistrial, making sure that all of those motions have been renewed, making sure that they are protecting that record for appeal. So Bombshell this morning, it was a big morning for the defense. And frankly, you know, I'm looking at this from the perspective of what evidence went into this case, not whether somebody's guilty, not whether somebody's innocent. The evidence this morning basically really supported the defense's argument that YNW Melly did not commit this crime.
Oh my gosh, Terry, so much to digest right there. Let me ask you, did the prosecution know in advance that this is the statement of Adrian Davis, that he had told them that indeed Melly had left the Jeep, the gray Jeep, and gotten into the red Mitsubishi before the shooting?
Linda, that is an excellent question. And the answer is yes, the prosecution knew, because that question was asked by the defense. Did you tell the prosecutor? Did you tell Ms. Bradley that Melly got out of the car and came into the red Mitsubishi? And the answer to that was yes. There was another piece of information that I thought was interesting as well. The defense confirmed that Mark Moretti did not investigate, did not interview, did not talk to Adrian Davis. And even though Adrian Davis said to the prosecutor, listen, this is what occurred, that was not followed up. So again, I think it was another point. Again, I'm just looking at the evidence. I'm looking at what's coming in. And based on what came in this morning, that was a point for the defense.
And indeed, the prosecution and defense wrangled over an issue of alleged confession yesterday with the word, I did that. And it turns out that Adrian Davis said that Melly was looking for his phone. So that would also help the defense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that statement, I did that, that was read into evidence yesterday by Mark Moretti. And I do think that that was a point for the prosecution. But if you recall, Gambino was talking to him. He asked him, was he okay? Melly responded, theoretically, I did that. It was out of context. Frankly, I'm not sure what that jury is thinking. I don't know what to think about that. I'm not sure that's a response to a question, are you okay? So I don't know what the jury is going to make of that. Obviously, that's evidence, in my opinion, that helps the prosecution. And perhaps the jury will look at that as though it's some sort of admission. But it was a message that was a bit out of context as far as I'm concerned. That did not come back up today. Today, the first thing they talked about this morning, if you recall, was whether or not that documentary would come into evidence. The judge listened to the entire documentary. The only portions that the prosecution introduced were the beginning and the end. The beginning basically just showed Melly sort of playing around in the car, driving, saying, look, everybody follows me, everybody listens to me because I'm good. I've studied my trade, and I know what I'm doing here as far as being a rapper. And then the very end, the prosecution also earlier admitted that into evidence, where there was the message at the end that said that all of them were targets of a shooting, and that obviously Juby Sack didn't survive. So they wanted to put the whole video in today. That's what the defense started out with this morning. The judge listened. The judge said, no, I think it's not relevant. It's self-serving. Those are the things that the prosecution argued, and the prosecution won that argument.
Yeah, but they didn't win the argument of Adrian Davis coming in and saying, I told the prosecutor that indeed Melly had left the car, and no one, including the lead detective, had interviewed me. Terry, very interesting morning. I'm going to let you go. We're going to digest this here. But wow, defense has rested with some bombshell testimony. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Linda.
And right now, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Bob Hille is here. He is the former president of New Jersey State Bar Association. Break. When we come back, Bob Hille is here. He is the former president of New Jersey State Bar Association, written a lot of articles about trial advocacy. He's going to break this down for us on the other side. YNW Melly, bombshell testimony. Stay with us.
What is it? Okay. First of all, take your
Prosecutor knew, never mentioned it to the jury. The lead detective never interviewed one of the people that was in the car, the red Mitsubishi. I am dumbfounded. Your thoughts?
Well, I think that's going to be a real important thing for the jury to consider here, because, if they believe this witness, and a jury can always reject, any witness's testimony is not believable or credible. But if they believe him, certainly he has some relevant information. There was no question he was there. He places the defendant elsewhere, and he says he told the police. You didn't hear that the police denied it, he told them, but there was no follow-up. So I think that the gaps here between the surveillance and the murder, that's going to have a question in the minds of the jury.
And indeed, the defense had argued that YNW Melly, Jamel Demons, was targeted because of who he was. The investigation was not fair. And now we know why they don't call an accident reconstructionist, because they're going to say that YNW Melly, have said, was not in the car. Anyhow, so much to digest. We're going to take a quick break here. Long Climb, please join us. Join us on the other side. Stay with us. The one and only defense witness who levied some bombshells in that courtroom this morning on behalf of the innocence claim of YNW Melly. Let's listen to Adrian Davis.
Is that correct? Yes, sir.
Everybody's talking. At any time during did he have to unlock the door?
Yes.
Do you know who has the keys to Melly's house on October 26th in the early morning hours?
Jamel and Borton. They're the only one who had keys to the house.
Did you have a key to the house?
No.
Did Williams have a key to the house?
No.
Did Christopher Thomas have a key to the house?
No.
Did Trevon Glass have a key to the house?
No.
Did Jacoby Mills have a key?
Y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me.
Have a key to the house. No. And how about Dontavius Williams? Did he have a key?
No.
Okay. So the only two people you know who had a key to the house was this young man.
Yes.
And Cortland Henry.
Yes.
Did you see this young man unlock the door of the house?
Yes.
Who was the last person to get out of the red Mitsubishi to go?
Man, my mic was disconnected. I was talking to y'all like a mother, man. Hey, nah, I wasn't asleep, man. Say my mic was disconnected. I'm talking to y'all. That shit crazy, man. I don't know what part y'all didn't hear, but I was asking. I said, do y'all think this witness right here, Adrian Davis, helped Melly case? Do y'all think so? Because like I said, the white lady from Law and Crime, she always like on the state side, but today she said that Adrian helped him. I see a lot of yeah. They say the best chance the state has is to reconstruct the crime scene for the jury to see. Hey, it's too late for that, baby boy. It's too late for that. Right. Damn it, man. Hey, man. Let's see what they talking about.
And Davis says that the person on trial, the young man, as the defense says, left the Jeep and entered the Mitsubishi with Adrian Davis. I tell you, as a former prosecutor, as a criminal defense attorney, I shouldn't be, but I am astounded that the lead detective never interviewed everybody who was in the red Mitsubishi. There also can be considered possible victims. Certainly they have information. What are your thoughts about how this will affect the jury when Adrian Davis says that the person on trial, the young man, as the defense says, left the Jeep and entered the Mitsubishi with Adrian Davis?
Yes, all of that, Linda. Well, I'll start by saying that the defense is making such a strong statement here about only having one witness. And that one witness is saying all of the direct things that we need to hear.
Man, this lady is some kin to this Adrian dude right here, man. Look at his nose and look at her nose. That is her little nephew. That is her nephew, man.
To hear about Melly. It's not as convoluted. It's not as convoluted as the prosecution may want you to think. That's what they're saying here. And even with all of that, when this young man, Mr. Davis, is saying, well, Melly was in the car, the red Mitsubishi was us. He got out of the Jeep, and I tried.
Salute to Miss Marcella for the super chat. She said the state will look stupid if the jury don't convict. The state is struggling. The state dropped the ball. The state most definitely dropped the ball, man. It was a lot of situations and things that the detectives and, man, this shit here was just like everywhere. Like they showed yesterday, we had 14 possible suspects that could have did this. Y'all ain't interrogate, question, not even one of them. Only one of them, I think. Then y'all didn't even talk to the people that was in the red truck. It's a lot that they didn't do. And I think what the state was thinking, that they were just gonna base their whole defense off the phone. Off the phone and the evidence that was proven in the car. I think that's what they was going with.
Tried to, tell the state about this, and they didn't even have the main detective to even come in and talk to me to further this investigation. It makes it look like the state is doing a sloppy job and they rush to judgment in this particular case. And it even goes back to the defense's theory that they tunnel vision into Melly without doing all of their research.
Yeah, and Bob Hill, talk about targeting. You want to say the car was targeted, and sure, somebody could target a car that Melly would have been. They thought Melly would have been in. Doesn't mean that's admission. But targeting, the defense can now argue that Melly was targeted by the prosecution, can't they, with this witness? And I've been a big one. Let me just say the defense should put on a case, but they don't really need to put on a case after this witness. They don't need to put on any more of a case.
Well, and this is really a key alibi.
Hold on. Can't be stopped. 88 say these people are so dumb, thinking that he walks out of the car, shaking my head. The problem is that he started by saying they were going home, laughing out loud. So why would Melly get out the car? You right. The red car was going home. He don't know where the Jeep was going. He don't know where the Jeep was going. He's saying the red car was going home. So that's why Melly got out the Jeep and got into the red car, because they was going home. Maybe the Jeep, Bortland and Sack chasing him, was going somewhere else. So you didn't make a good argument right there, buddy. The red car was going home. Right. So that's why Melly got out the Jeep and jumped in the red car. Right. Bortland wasn't going home. So that's why Melly got in the red car, because, like he said, they was going home. Salute to you too, Brody. But like I be telling y'all, man, before y'all just be wanting to type some shit, make sure y'all know what y'all talking about, man. And the only reason why I'm on your ass because you said these people are dumb. You done call some people dumb and you wasn't even right. You know what I'm saying? So make sure when y'all be typing, man, make sure y'all know what you're talking about, man, and you got it together. But salute to you, gang.
A witness. And this is all about credibility. So if the jury believes this witness, Melly wasn't there when the crime happened, and game over. So, it's a great way for the defense case to sort of end this trial. But again, the key here is credibility, and his demeanor looked pretty good. I mean, the jury is going to be very careful in their assessment on this witness. They're going to watch to see whether it looks rehearsed, made up, whether it's inconsistent or whatever, and then they're going to want to see how cross goes with this witness. But assuming that he handles himself well on cross, and the jury finds that this testimony is credible, I don't know how the state is going to get around that in the jury deliberations, at least on beyond a reasonable doubt standard.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I don't know how the prosecutor is going to ever be effective in any cross when the prosecutor knew what he was going to say because she interviewed him and never told the jury about it. And that talk about credibility, prosecutors and defense attorneys have credibility issues in cases also. Anyhow, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go right back into that courtroom to continue to hear the testimony, the bombshell testimony of Adrian Davis, which tends to exonerate YNW Melly. Davis, who is he? He was one of the occupants in the red Mitsubishi the night the shooting happened that YNW is being charged with a double homicide of. We're going to go into court and listen because he is on direct examination still with his testimony, and then we'll undergo cross-examination. Let's see what he had to tell this jury.
Yes.
How many people went upstairs to go to sleep?
3.
And you?
Yeah.
That would be?
Me, Jacoby, Melly. Well, no, Melly was downstairs in his room. Me, Jacoby, Fetty, and Tay. So 4 of us.
Okay. And Melly went to...
I think Brody did a good job, man. She just made him stumble when, you know what I'm saying, he didn't say exactly what he said before when he was questioned. But I think homie did a good job. She was like, why they brought him back? Yeah, hey, listen. Law and crime be on their shit, man. Law and crime, they done played this motherfucker 3 times. They done played this motherfucker 3 times. They trying to free Melly, you hear me? Can't be stopped by it. He said he lying point blank. Hey, now that's cool. That's your opinion. I could go with that. He most definitely. Nah, hey, nah, child, leave him alone, child. Leave him alone, child. Leave him alone. He said Melly lying point. He lying point blank. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion. That's cool. Now that's an opinion. You could say that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Like I said, I think homie really, he did his thing, man. He did it. It worked out for Melly with him right there. They did right by having him at the end because he put a big impression on the jury mind. You know what I'm saying? Like when he first was saying it, I'm like, oh shit. Melly wasn't even in the car. Melly got in the car with them. And yeah, so that was a big impact on the jury as well. Oh, yeah, you know, it's always love with law and crime. It's always love. You too, Miss Marcella. Have a good day. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Miss Marcella, man. Mickey say, nah, that's not her opinion. I appreciate it, Brody. I appreciate it. Hey, man. If Melly beat this case, Drake and everybody else got to get the hell out the way. You hear me? If Melly beat this case, Drake and everybody else, I repeat, man, he finna tear the game up, man. He finna tear the game up. His name used to be Can't Get Right. Very sure. Say the defense used a case out of the DA's book and came out left field with this witness. Usually the DA does this to the defense. Right. Facts. Facts. You say he Michael Jackson. Hey, man. Let me see what they finna do real quick. I'm trying to, because if they gonna play homie whole damn testimony over.
How'd you get in?
The door was unlocked.
Were you aware whether or not Melly had a contractual agreement to do a video shoot that day?
Yeah, it was something like that. I know he probably would have lost a lot of money if he didn't go to the music video. He was upset.
Was Melly crying at Frito Bank's house?
Yes.
Were you crying?
Yes.
Because you all grew up together.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Salute. If this was my brother, I'd be on track ass right now, getting us some money, goddammit. They got my brother messed up. Goddammit. That motherfucker most definitely gonna have to pay that back in. I wanna show y'all this bullshit track said, man. Oh, did y'all see the I'll find this real quick. But did y'all see with the Carly Russell situation? Detectives say they don't believe her. Detectives say they don't believe she was kidnapped, man. Say her story is shaky, man. It ain't looking too good on her behalf, man. Let me see. I know I might have to go to track 100. Hey, I know this off topic, but just check this shit out real quick, man. Check this out right here. I know this off topic, but I need y'all to check this out real quick, man. We getting sidetracked real quick. Just real quick. Hold on. I see y'all comments, but let me check this out real quick. Check this out. Don't go nowhere, man. A fan get a FBG duck tattoo, right? Man, come on, man. Like, listen. Hey, listen. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. A fan get an FBG duck tattoo. Listen, if the tattoo don't match the picture that's shown, I think that they should cover that shit up, man. And then you got the nerves to post this shit. You got the nerves to post this shit. Hold on. Let me find 100 track real quick, man. Let y'all see he cap. Yeah, man, that just disrespect the duck on phone now. I know Mama Duck ain't happy about that shit. Now look how track with the capper. Track said 16 million, and we gave, because remember, yesterday they let it be known that YNW Melly account accumulated $16 million. $16 million was deposited in Melly account, right? So Track come back and say 16 million, and we gave 15 million to charity. Lil bro, we the GOATs, YNW Melly. Comment y'all cash out. Still got 1 million to pass out. So you mean to tell me that Melly made $6 million. Y'all gave 15 million to charity and finna cash out giveaway 1 million. Come on, man. Come on, man. What is this? What is this, man? Do y'all believe this shit? Melly made $16 million. He's saying they gave away 15 million. So he really trying to say Melly is broke. He really trying to say we giving all Melly money away. Oh, it just clicked. Because y'all know the family is gonna silver suit. You know, Portland and Sat Chaser family gonna sue. So is he doing this to say that Melly don't got no money in the bank? Because why would you give away all Melly money? Say they already have. Okay, so this makes sense then. He's trying to make it look like they gave away all Melly money. Okay. So when they sued, they filed for bankruptcy. Okay, I could go for it. I could go for it. He might know what he's doing. He might know what he doing, goddamn. Because at first I'm like, come on, man, you bitch. Listen, if I was Melly and that nigga gave away 15 million of my money and $1 million left and talking about getting that away, man, I'm breaking out that motherfucker. I'm trying to listen. I'm on the nearest bus to beat his ass. Say Melly better not mess with him. Hey, he put Melly in the hole, man. And then they get him away 15 mil. Hey, listen, I ain't getting hey, I ain't giving away $1 million unless it's taxes. Shit. Say, why did Melly call Fredo Bang to pick him up if he was in the car going home? He called him when he was in the other. Listen, can't be stopped. Now, you looked like a fool, and then you redeemed yourself with your opinion. But now you looking like a fool again. It say, why did Melly call Fredo Bang to pick him up if he was in the other car going home? Stop fooling yourself. First off, we not fooling ourselves. First off. And I'm pretty sure, like they said, when the phone call was made, Melly was outside of the car. So Melly wasn't in the Jeep no more, and he wasn't in the red car. And second of all, bruh, what? First, nigga, we ain't, come on, bro. Like, damn. I know you probably want Melly to go to jail, but hey, this ain't what you need to be asking us. Like, I know what's going on. But I don't wish jail on no man. So, like I said, that witness today, he said Melly got out the Jeep and got in the car with them and went home. He didn't call Fredo Bang when he was in the car with them going home. He called Fredo Bang when he got out the Jeep, if you want to be technical. So I understand you and other people want Melly to be guilty. I understand you don't believe it, but hey, that's cool. That's cool. You ain't wrong for wanting Melly to go to jail. That's your opinion. But ain't nobody fooling ourselves. Or they talk about the chick. Yeah, man. Police say they don't believe that shit, man. Police say that they say they don't believe that shit, man. Say the civil case has been open since 2019. So maybe that's why Track is really like just giving away, pretending like he giving away the money. Yeah, man, he lost, man. He lost. He lost. I ain't worried about it. He got one more chance. And then we're gonna put him to bed. I ain't put nobody to bed since Friday. Yeah, and then it wasn't no call. I see y'all. Don't worry about it. He got one more chance. Say what the fuck, 15 million to charity. Yeah, man. That boy just trying to empty that bank account, man, for that lawsuit. So when they do say win or loss, he ain't gotta give up nothing. Yeah, he shared it low, man. It was a text, and then there was a location drop. So maybe, hey, when he got out that bit, he probably texted him when he was in that motherfucker. He dropped his location when he got out, but then he like, hey, shit, I get in the car with, you know what homies done right here, man. He said, what, y'all? Say, why he giving that man money away? Right. And then, yeah, like we still don't know, was that Melly that had the phone, man? We don't know that, man. Melly lost his phone, man. Y'all forgot. Your boy just said Melly lost his phone. He say, what have Toy been watching this case? Now, I just gave bro advice and told him to proofread and make sure he know what he talk about before he comment. And bro said, what have Toy been watching this case? I don't know what Toy's been watching this case. I don't think no Toys was watching this case. Can't be stopped 88. For real, man. That motherfucker jumped straight out the bed, ain't brushed his teeth, just jumped on his phone and seen, goddamn it, our live, clicked in, his brain ain't functioning right. And he just thinks, see, his mind telling him one thing, but it's so cloudy and he's so fucking sleepy, he can't really get it off. So, he said, what have you been watching this case? If that was you, family, getting smoked. That's the point. This not my family. This ain't, listen, this is nothing for me to get emotional about. My emotions is not entangled with this case. I'm a blogger. We blogging about it. And your emotions don't supposed to be tied up in this case, nigga. Is that your motherfucking family? So why you feel so entitled to want Melly to go to jail if that ain't your family? You don't know if he did it or not. You wasn't there. Maggot ass motherfucker. That's the thing. Like, y'all tweaking. Y'all taking this shit so personal. Like, y'all got shit going on with this case. Y'all ain't entitled to this man case. Nigga, is Sack Chaser or Juvie some kin to you? If it ain't, then what you tweaking for? Yeah, man. The witness today, man, he was a big help. He was a big help. He stumbled a little bit at the end, but he was a big help, man. Yeah, for real, man. Cause it's like, you know what I'm saying? You a swear these motherfuckers. Hey. Okay. Okay. Appreciate it, Trap. Don't worry about it. Make sure, don't just time him out or delete his message. Block that motherfucker. Make sure can't be stopped in this motherfucking chat no more. Make sure he's stopped, goddammit. Since he can't be stopped. Make sure he's stopped. I don't give a damn if a camera saw Melly in the back seat with a gun in his hand. The camera ain't see him pull that motherfucker. Come on, man. Y'all think can't be seen for this. Because I was trying to stay in the middle. And I still got the $100 bet going at Melly Walks. What up? Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, man. Listen, man, nobody deserved for their life to be taken. And nobody deserved to dictate when somebody should die. But at the end of the day, sometimes people do things because they have to. Or they feel they have to. That don't make it right. If y'all bullying me every day, y'all putting y'all hands on me every time you get mad, and I know for a fact that I can't stop you physically. Nah, because everybody that took a life, I don't agree with that. Because everybody that took a life, that don't mean that they took it out of, that don't mean that they was wrong for taking that life. If a nigga hit you across your motherfucking head, Loud Pack, and you took his life, is you wrong? Is you wrong? Come on, man. It's a reaction for every action. And you got to be held accountable. You got to be held accountable. We don't know if Melly was getting bullied. We don't know if Melly was getting extorted. We don't know what happened. I even said the first video when Melly dropped that song and they was in the car, the Murder on My Mind, the old video, when it was, the song was different. It looked like he was singing that bitch to Sack Chaser then. It looked like if you pull up that old video of Melly, let me see, could I find it while I talk? If you pull up that old video of Melly in that car with the original version of Murder on My Mind, it looked like Melly was singing that bit to Sack Chaser. Then. We don't know what been going on, man. I already know I wasn't gonna be able to find it. Hey, shit. That's my question too. When they was talking about Sack Chaser knocked his teeth out and all that, my question is, why would they still be around? But think about it. Nigga, in the hood, it was plenty bullies in our hood that, or dudes in our hood was cool that'll beat your ass and be cool with you 2-3 hours later and y'all be cool. But at the same time, in the back of your head, you saying you tired of this nigga. Yeah, see, Melly was the face, but Sack Chaser them was the one that started that shit. So he was gonna be connected to them, period. Y'all see the text message they played in court. Sack Chaser telling them, you the face, but nigga, this is my shit. That's why he can't cut him off. Because it's Sack Chaser shit. Melly was just the one to pop. So he became the face. Loud Pack, if I start a group and you become the biggest one out the group, oh, you the face. But this still my shit. So at the end of the day, you still gotta rock with me. Business-wise. See, y'all make me now I'm feeling a little different because I never wanted to pop off like that with this situation, man, with this case. Because we do have victims involved. Say real homies would never fist fight. That's cap. That I fought every last one of my homies. And right. If we was in some shit and your shit pop, if you was Melly, yeah, your shit popping, my shit popping because of you, but I'm still the one pulling the strings. So you still gotta fuck with me. That's why Melly couldn't cut him off. Think about it. Just like you said, Track and Melly wanted to do the deal and sell YNW. But they couldn't because Sack Chaser have to sign off too. Because he the CEO of it. Think about it. Melly couldn't do shit without Sack when it come to YNW. So he can't cut him off. And listen, with the fighting shit. Like I said, I fought all my homies. I'm talking about the real homies because we grew up together. All my homies, but it was one of them. That nigga was just strong. He could beat all our ass. And hey, listen, shit ain't changed until I got grown. But every day, get in the argument with that nigga. Guess what? The first thing I'm thinking, I gotta erase him. Man. Hey, free Melly, man. Let's see where this shit at, man. I'm finna get it in this live. I ain't feeling it because y'all done made me. I ain't gonna say y'all, but your boy done made me expose myself. He made me expose that. God damn it. Melly is innocent until Melly is found guilty. Point blank. That's how I feel. Melly is innocent until Melly is found guilty. Hold on, man. Let's go look at. Look at a little more, man. Then I'm out this bitch, man, because I ain't fucking with y'all today, man. I'm putting this live on membership, so I might delete this motherfucker.
4 in Melly's car and the 4 in the Mitsubishi were all friends. They all grew up together. They all lived in that house and they were all collaborating on music at the YNW collaboration. And so there was no motive, essentially, is what the defense was trying to establish there for anyone to have any sort of shooting. We also heard him say that at the time of the drive going from the studio to the house, he basically said the cars pulled over and that Melly got into the red Mitsubishi. So when the shooting occurred, Melly was not in that car. He also established that they all went back to Melly's house. Melly was there. Melly went to his room downstairs. Everyone else went in other places. Then he said they got the phone calls that the shooting had occurred. He said they all cried. He said that Melly was crying as well. So
man, they been talking about this nigga testimony for a whole fucking hour now, man. This must be some big jaw-dropping evidence, man. Or they must just ain't got shit else to talk about. Which one, man?
Is what has been established. That was because he had to do the video. He explained that if he didn't do that video, he would not have gotten paid. So
for all the people say, how could your friend be dead Monday and you go shoot a video Tuesday? Melly was under contract, man. He already had agreed to show up at this video shoot. So he had to go do it. Mickey say, what if the shooting happened before you got a... Mickey, what are you talking about, Mickey? The shooting didn't happen before he got out of the car. The witness today told you, Mickey. Don't start, Mickey, because the witness today told you that Melly got out the car. They went home and laid down. Then got the call. Mickey, don't start this shit, Mickey. Because we ain't doing that. Melly was not in that car when it happened. The witness already said Melly was asleep. That's why he changed clothes, because the nigga was already home. So when he got to Fredo Bank house, he was already in some shorts. See, but y'all was thinking he changed clothes because with blood on his clothes. Brandy, don't come in here talking old shit, Brandy. They don't know what they was talking about when they said that. They don't know what they was talking about, Brandon. The witness today said that Melly got out the car with the other boys and jumped in the car with him. Went home, and they was woke up to hear yeah, Brandy, don't paint no picture. We ain't painting no picture after after the witness today just came and told us what he told us. Bortland was left to figure out what to do and came up with the drive-by story because Bortland did it. Bortland, the one that shot them when it comes to this Melly case. But like I said, when Bortland go to court, then we gonna say Melly did it. So you think Melly innocent for real? I don't know. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. They haven't showed me any proof to say Melly did it. Say, did they ask him if Melly was bloody when he got in? Nope. And they should have. They was moving too fast. Ashley, first off, Ashley, this better not be can't be seen 88. Ashley, so answer me this. Do you think, okay, so tell me why you think he's guilty. Why do you think he's guilty? Tell me that, Ashley. Ashley Bendy. Why do you think Melly is guilty? And I'll drop the link for you too. You don't have to cam up. It'd be easier if you could just don't cam up and talk instead of all this writing. They got a link for you. And for anybody that say Melly is guilty, please come up to the panel and tell me why you think Melly is guilty, and we can debate. Y'all forced my hand. Y'all made me expose my true feelings. But like I said, that's the law, right? That's the law, right? According to the law, we're supposed to be treated equally, right? So we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? So why Melly haven't been proven guilty yet? Ashley, where are you? Right. Say free Melly. Because legally, the state of Florida didn't prove their case. Facts. I want to debate, Mickey. You say it looked like a duck, but it doesn't sound like a duck, so I'm pretty sure it's a goose, you guys. Yeah, anybody feel Melly is guilty, please hit that link and pull up and let's talk about it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared because y'all ain't scared to type it. Ashley, where did you go? You disappeared. And see, that's why I tell y'all too. And this ain't got nothing to do with this right here, but that's why I tell y'all too that I don't entertain trolls. I just block them. Because 9 times out of 10, people will say anything because they know they're on the internet. They know that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's free. We could just type. But when you tell a bitch to pull up on this panel, it's different. You get different vibes and energy. Say, why is it so many people want to see that young man fry? Shaking my head. I thought Black Lives Matter. Yeah, man, it's like a lot of people before the trial even started, everybody was saying he was guilty. I'm like, how could you think he's guilty if you haven't seen it or heard any proof? Like that's just my listen, man. Like I told y'all, I'm rocking with the underdog. I'm always different. If you say we wearing all black, I'm coming in all white. If everybody's saying he's guilty, I'm gonna say he's innocent. Because I'm never going with the crowd. Because 9 times out of 10, life has proven majority be wrong as a motherfucker because we misled. We misled. A lot of times it take one person with a strong voice to say something. Then everybody rock with that one person. So they not even going to do their homework. They just going to go with that one person. So now you got majority of the room going with this side because it was one person with a strong voice said something. Say Ashley went back to bed. Man, I know. I see what happened to Ashley, man. Trap got a trap. God damn, Trap. Hold on, man. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Listen, Trap. Sometimes, nigga, you too motherfucking fast. You know what I'm saying? God damn, Trap. Wait for the signal or something. You don't even wait for the signal, Trap. Pull up, god damn it. God damn it. Salute. I appreciate that. But hey, at the same time, it depends on. Nah, I ain't gonna even take it that deep. I appreciate it. As long as it's pure and it's no harm. Yeah, Trap don't put her to bed. I'm looking for this motherfucker. Trap don't put her to bed. Hey, they already turned me up, man. They already made me expose it. I was trying to, keep it in the road with it. You feel me? Yeah, like big weight off the Fort Live. I was trying to, come on this bitch every day. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think, guilty or not? Like, y'all don't be understand. I be trying not to give my opinion because I'm very strong opinionated. And when I say opinionated, mind you, it's just my opinion. But I stand on mine, And then I know that run people away though. Like people that's not that strong opinionated or they get intimidated easily, it run them away. So I try to keep my wheel in the road and let y'all decide. And it been going good until the day. Like I tried, some of y'all kind of peeked it, but I tried to play it as shit. I don't know. How is it going? Melly guilty or not? But I just feel like he's innocent. Not because of I like Melly. Like I told y'all, I only could tell you one Melly song. I don't know Melly. But a motherfucker ain't showed me nothing to prove to me that Melly is guilty. And we going by law. I'm talking about by law. Not by my feelings. Not because it's 2 people dead. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm talking about by law. Know what I'm saying? I done lost a little homie. Another homie killed him. I done lost 2 homies like that. My feelings ain't all in the out of shape about it. About this situation, because I can relate. Nah, I'm going strictly by the book, by law. Mickey True.
What it do? What it do? Look, I said, let me get up here and put on for the people that don't know right how you supposed to do it. But it's free Melly though. But I had to come make some content up here real quick because you was talking too much shit. I said, let me go over there.
Hey, goddamn it, let's pop it. Cause hey, that motherfucker, man. Hey, man. But I'm saying, Melly, what we done seen today, and what we done seen this whole trial, a motherfucker can't tell me Melly did.
But listen, this is the thing. Like I said, like, just to be fair, is it possible that the shooting happened before Melly got the car? And that was the reason why he got out the car, was to get in the other car, and Bortland was supposed to take the bodies and do whatever with it.
Nah, it's not possible. You know how it's not possible?
Break it down.
Because the witness said Melly was asleep.
If that's what he said, that don't prove it, because he had to be up at some point to get in the car.
Right, but he got out the car because he realized Bortland and them wasn't going home.
To that witness understanding, or could it have been that he had just did two murders, and had to get out the car?
Nah, we don't know nothing about no murders.
No. We know about the murder. We just don't know if he actually went to the scene of the stage shootout. Now, remember, in this trial, they said that the shooting happened and the bodies was drove around for a minute. Then it was staged, the drive-by. Then Bortland took him to the hospital. So, what the defense did prove with this witness was that Melly did get out the car prior to the moment they said. See, the state said he got out the car right before the hospital. This witness is putting him out the car when the red Mitsubishi turned off to go to his house. Now, it definitely put a damper on the state's case, but it doesn't take away the fact, what if the state has the timing wrong and the shooting actually happened then, the original shooting, and that's why by the time they got to the hospital, the blood was out.
But what that got to do with Melly?
What it got to do with it? So, with that being said, the defense didn't prove that he didn't shoot them. The defense proved that he got out the car earlier than the state is saying he got out the car.
Right.
Like, let's be real. They didn't prove he didn't shoot him. They just put a damper on the state's allegations of him being in the car the whole time up until 5 minutes before the hospital.
Right. So the witness say Melly got into the car. They went home and went in his room. He ain't take no shower or nothing.
But he did say he changed clothes, because he said he had on shorts and a tank top.
Because he was going to bed.
Correct. But the question, that's why I said the state legally dropped the ball. The question should have been asked, well, did he have blood on him when he got in the car with you guys?
Facts. I agree. And then I know that answer though, but still, that's a question they should have asked too.
Yeah, they should have definitely asked. Now, again, legally, I'm definitely like free Melly, because they have not proven. I've been saying it the whole time. But we just got to be real. What this witness did definitely put a damper on the state's case, but it did not, by any reason, show that he did not shoot anybody.
Right. So tell me this. Let's get off the facts real quick and just try to find the sense of people is having, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why people want to see this man get locked up and they don't know if he killed this man or not? Why do people want to see Melly go to jail and they just like, what make Melly? Is it the song, or or what make people feel so sure that Melly did this? And when I say people, I'm talking about the people that's on the internet and social media, not like the court.
Right. Because the storyline, I mean, come on, like, really think about it. If this was a movie, right? Popular, let's not even put the rapper in it, right? Friend kills two friends, goes on trial. Details come out. It was a whole bunch. The friend was fucking his mama. The friend was beating him up. The friend was doing all this to him. Then he slaughtered him, because basically that's a slaughter, right? Staged a shootout. Then gets his other friend to go with a story while he gets away. Would you want to see that movie?
Yeah, I want to see that movie.
Okay, it's more interesting. Now, to flip it, right, with the same details to say, young guy picked on and bullied by a childhood friend, beat on by a childhood friend, ended up having to kill him as as a self-defense because he was getting beat on. Ain't nobody gonna want to buy no tickets to that.
Right. Okay. But okay.
We fucked up as a society. Point blank. We fucked up as a society.
So we want to see that Melly is the villain.
Of course.
Just by nature.
Yeah. I say this all the time, even like with the whole snitching and paperwork. People talk junk about it all the time, but they tune in every time some snitch paperwork drop. That's that, as a consumer, that's what we want to see. We want to, although we talk that we don't want to see it, we want to see it. That's why it's a lucrative business. That's why people like 1098 can make $1 million plus off of it, because we look at it to talk junk that we don't want to look at it, but we look at it. This murder trial is hyped up not because of the actual context of it. It's because this rapper that was on the rise, that whole persona was having split personalities, did this crime, and then boom. Because he's not the first rapper that the man accused of murder.
Right.
But the story of it makes more sense.
Right.
Just saying. Hey, we make, and I said this on Clubhouse a couple days ago. We always say people are clout chasing, but to be honest, us as a consumer, we dictate what the clout is. Because guess what? Anybody could have had went and did that. That don't mean it's gonna make news, national news. We had a young guy here that put 3 people in a fucking drain ditch. It ain't made national news. Right? It was what's the little rapper that just got life? No, did he get sentenced? The one in Atlanta. Was it the Saliento or whatever? The Nene guy, the one that sang that song. So he got charged with murder. It buzzed for a second, but then it went away because it wasn't really a big story with it.
Right, facts.
So it's all about the storyline, you know?
Facts.
What is the song was out before that happened? What song is he talking about?
Who said that?
Shay KH. What song is he talking about?
I don't even see this shit.
I don't know. But if you talking about the Saliento, no, Nene was out before for sure. But that's not the point of what I was saying. It's the point that he was a viral. That song went viral. The Nene went viral. Everybody and their grandma was doing it. He called a murder case. However, it did not blow into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much. I'm gonna say, circus acts with it. Cause remember, they went back and forth with the Supreme Court for the death penalty for this to be the case they presented.
All right.
And personally, I don't think it never was about the death penalty. It was about they was buying fucking time. Because this trial was supposed to start, a year or two ago? And they just getting back stuff in the end of 2022? 2023?
Fact. So tell me this. Why the fuck, like it was a question asked today, Why did they wait years later to investigate the case though?
Because they witnesses. So this is the thing, and I'm just about to show. Well, hold on, that was my live. Come on, like I said on your live yesterday. But like I said on my live yesterday, I really was disappointed that the defense didn't tackle that investigator, Detective Morelli, because he could have been painted as a dirty cop for sure. And listening to Adrian Davis today would have proved that. You know why? Do you know who else told that same story at one point that Adrian Davis is saying now?
Who?
Mills.
Which one was Mills?
The driver of the red Mitsubishi.
Okay.
He told on day one, he said that same story.
And they ain't go for it.
Moretti went, got the footage from the studio, went back to him, and then he switched his story. So again, that was day one, right? So we fast forward and we listen to all the other witnesses that came about. The mama saying how Moretti did this to her. They said yesterday, you threatened federal charges on this person. You threatened to deport 100K track. Is it not plausible to say they twisted Mills up to change his testimony and he was in a pickle because he caught the gun case?
Right.
Remember, he gave that statement when he caught that gun case in 2019.
Facts.
So it's like, I mean, this story is new to the overall, but this was the original story that Mills provided. And this was the reason why they pulled Mills' phone records. And I want y'all to keep in mind, they only highlighted 3 people phone records. Although they had more than 3 people phone records, they only highlighted 3. Melly, Sat Chaser, and Track. That's it. The defense kind of woke it up when they asked about Thomas' phone because Juvie, because his phone was pinging somewhere else.
So Juvie phone was pinging somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. And that's being known. It's been in the paperwork.
Yeah, man. So today, okay, so tomorrow, Thursday, they have closing arguments.
Tomorrow
right?
ain't Thursday, but yeah, I got you.
Right. so they have closing arguments, and then after closing argument, do they choose then guilty or not, or they put time off and then come back and say guilty or not?
Nah, as soon as the court adjourn on Thursday, then it goes to the jury. Now, the jury can come back in an hour. Shit, they can come back in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Now, my question, and I actually text my lawyer to ask, I don't know when the answer, because remember, the defense did ask for acquittal. I don't know when they are supposed to give that answer. So I don't know if it's before the jury goes off, or I don't know. That's one thing I'm going to find out though about when that's going to take place.
Okay, and what is acquittal for the people that don't know? Like what that is? Like how would that benefit? Like what is the defense is trying to say? They actually
that they didn't prove without a doubt. Like they didn't have sufficient evidence to even bring this to trial. So Boosie, Boosie got acquitted. Okay, so it's not the same as not guilty. So not guilty just means the evidence that they got, right, was sufficient to charge them, but it wasn't in the favor saying that the person did it. See, when you get acquitted, it means they didn't even have enough to bring this on you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a strong case. It shouldn't have even came here. So instead of sending the jury off to deliberate for whatever, we just about to go ahead and end this now. The judge makes that decision.
And do you think that will with that decision, do you think that will happen? Do you think the judge will?
I don't see that judge doing it, in my opinion. I'm not saying he won't. I don't see him doing it because I feel like I said, did they prove that he didn't shoot nobody? Nah, they just proved he wasn't in the car when the state said he was in the car.
Right. So Thursday, the jury will go back and start voting.
Yep, they got deliberate. So today at 2, what's going to happen is they're going to discuss what the instructions are going to be. Like, for example, if they don't want if they don't want this witness testimony to be included in the decision, they can talk about that and get it thrown out. So although we heard it, they can put in instructions to disregard it. So that's going to be big, figuring out what they're going to allow to stay and what they're like. They can take the phone records out. So at this point, like, anything is possible with the evidence that can be withdrawn. Now, does that mean they're really going to listen? I mean, in theory, they should, or they supposed to, but you know how that go.
Right, because once a motherfucker hears something, you can't just erase that from your mind.
Exactly, and that's why, our system is so flawed.
Damn. Okay, so now I would say this. How you feel about Bortland? I feel like he's done. I feel like
yeah, for
Bortland
sure.
done.
It's too, see, this is the thing with him, right? And I'm not going to put it on, I was trolling, I'm not going to put it on him per se, but he got too much stacked against him. So in the same situation that he used to get out on bond, when they felt like everything was on Melly, is the same situation that he is now facing. Because now they can say, well, in the trial of his co-defendant, it was shown that he wasn't even in the car. The only person that was in the car was the defendant Bortland. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely going to be. Now, the question is, if Melly gets off, for example, will it result in the state not wanting to take another L and just plea deal Bortland? Possible, Is it gonna be vengeance from them? Like, hell no, we got to nail his ass. The hell is you shaking?
Oh, my bad. I'm making I'm making a green superfood shake. I ain't eat breakfast.
Fancy.
I ain't eat no breakfast today.
But yeah, so with that, because now they got GSR, they got his DNA, that they got him. I mean, I don't see how he gonna have a witness to come say he was never in the car.
Right.
We see him getting in the car as a driver. We see him pull up in the last video as a driver with the body. So, I mean, like I said, maybe it'll set the tone for a plea deal. Now, if Melly get found guilty, then I feel like that would help Bortland out, because now they can all just put it, well, a jury of, his peers found his co-defendant guilty. So,
Facts.
So it's going to be interesting to say the least. But when I heard that story, I said, I've heard that story before. Goddamn Mills said it in 2018. That's some disrespectful-ish, okay? For if this is true, they had all this time, and they still went about it the way they did, including seeking the death penalty. Some people gonna lose their jobs after this case.
What, knowing that witness already said that he wasn't in the car?
Hell yeah! Can you imagine a elected freaking DA, right, getting backlash that her office or his office, I'm not sure if it's a woman or a man that's in the DA, but anyway, office wasted taxpayers' dollars fighting this case, taken to the Supreme Court to have the shitty ass down case, and it's said that they had information that would have showed it wasn't a strong case from the start. Yeah, that's bad business.
Right. Facts, man.
That's bad business, but I can't wait till 2 o'clock though. I ain't gonna lie. I
You
want to
say
see.
you say 2 Eastern?
Yeah.
So you got 2 more hours.
Ah, shit, for real? Damn, it's early.
Yeah, it's only 12:39. Shit, they still talking.
Yeah, they just gonna recap. To be honest, they just gonna recap until then, because I mean, it's really not much to say at this point. To be honest, like just all trolling aside, now, I mean, by them putting that witness up there to say, hey, I been told y'all, right, that he was in a car with us, right?
Right.
Also, I was not contacted or nothing by this detective that already got put on the record as doing a shoddy job and focusing in on Melly because he's a rapper.
Right.
So it's really not much to say. I mean, that was a bombshell. It's really not much to say at this point.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. Fuck. I'm trying to see. Should I end this live? Did you see the video where, for some reason, I see y'all comments for the people that comment, but on my laptop, it ain't showing the comments no more. So, but I'm looking at it on my phone, so I can't pin you.
I wonder why that's doing that, because I be having to be on my phone too when I be on live. At some point, it just don't,
It stop. I don't know that shit, man. It's like I be telling motherfuckers. That's why I don't see why motherfuckers love them Tesla so much, because dog, listen, do you know how much a computer crash, how much a computer malfunction? So for your car to be operating off straight computer, you don't think something gonna go wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like Rick Ross, bitch. I'm not getting into in a Tesla unless your boy who owned Tesla in that bit with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hold on. I think my lawyer just said some bad. Let me see. Did she answer my question?
Says doing that because Fed's watching y'all channels.
Well, let them watch. Hell, all my money clean, okay?
Shit.
Hold on. All right, so here we go. I'm not her sending me the fucking statute. Anyway, so she said per the law that the acquittal can be done by the judge by him dismissing the jury and granting it. However, if the judge denies it, then it would just be left to the jury, which can still say that he's not guilty. She said it's the equivalent of a jury saying not guilty.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Man, that motherfucking trap.
Oh yeah, let me tell you. Oh, trap is something, okay? I heard Trap been putting his kites out trying to figure out what I be talking about.
Yeah.
I said not the Trap Fed. Not Trap trying to figure out my little motion over here. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, Trap doing his little investor on you, huh?
Yeah, I hear. Look, I know the sniper be in the bushes. I said, let me find out. Trap really rocks with me. He just don't want to say it because of his persona. I got you.
Yeah, you know how it be sometime.